Welcome to V's Walk Like You Talk TV. I'm your host, V. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, please. Make sure that you hit the notification bell so anytime that you get or I drop new content that you will be the first one to be notified and you can see. I want to talk about Saul to Paul. I talk about Paul pretty often, but I want to speak about the part of Paul that was his consistency and his zeal. We typically speak about Paul, his conversion, with him having the moment where he met Jesus and he basically was tired. He realized at that moment that he was self-righteous, that he didn't know everything, even though he was a scholar, that he didn't know everything and that he persecuted Jesus. He understood that he was persecuting God and God's people. And those were all wonderful things because that gives you the ability to start over in a new way. I will also want to say that even after that, because, even in life, we find ourselves in positions that we're, things aren't going right and we think we know more than we really know, and we're self-righteous, and that trials and tribulations hit us pretty hard, and then we'll have that moment. It may not be a physical falling off of a horse moment, and we actually see Jesus, and Jesus actually literally talks to us and say, hey, this and that and the other. But we have those moments in life, and we really, really realize at that point that I'm Paul. And we take initiative to change in those moments. And that's why I wanted to talk about his consistency and his zeal. Because now all of a sudden, you realize you're wrong. And you realize the consistency and the game plan you need to follow to make the wrong right. And to make it a lifestyle, ongoing. More of a therapy type of thing where, you don't want to relapse and go back to being the way you used to be again. And I think that we all have the ability to do that. And that's why I want to, somehow recall this as we all have the ability to be like Paul, because we do. And I know that not everyone wants to be like Paul. Some people are, somewhat satisfied in being wrong and doing wrong and believing that they're right. But for those who aren't, and for those who seriously wants to make a change, this is for you. And that's just this is just for one person only. That's fine by me, because it needs to be said, because there's people going through hard times right now. And they're fighting, trying to do and live righteously. They fight with it. They're being attacked daily, hourly, weekly, monthly, yearly, on and on, by the minute, by the second. You get my point. We need to be encouraged. And that's why I'm doing this, because you need to be encouraged that fight this good fight, like Paul said. And even if you're persecuted for doing the right thing, be proud of that. Realize that you're being persecuted for doing the right thing for God, which is way more better than doing bad and relapsing to what you used to be like, your previous behavior, your previous downfalls. Trying to stay out of that relapsing condition that you used to be in. So I just wanted to give you guys some encouragement that it's all about the consistency and the zeal, the passion that you have for the Lord to live right in these last days. Keep that passion. Keep it. It's going to make the difference. It may not feel like it today. It may not feel like it tomorrow. But believe me, in God's timing, you're going to see it just like Paul did. Like the Jews were scared of Paul. They were frantic. I mean, when they seen him coming, they were traumatized because of what he'd done before. And a lot of us have lives like that, you know, where people have been traumatized by what we've done. But let me tell you, do right. They're going to see it in your actions. Be consistent. They will see it in your actions. Be diligent. Be obedient. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. I don't care how long it takes for people to accept. And if they accept or not, you know, do it. It's worth it. I'm telling you, it's worth it. And honestly, if you're consistent and you're diligent in it, people will see it. Everybody will see it, because everybody sees good fruit. I don't care who they are. They know that there's a change in this person. They know that this change is real. They know it. They feel it. You no longer talk the same. You no longer walk the same. You no longer do things the same way you used to do it. That's what makes you different, because you want to be different. You don't want the same. You realize that people hurt it before, that you hurt people before, excuse me. And you don't ever want people to hurt again. So you are Paul. You are Paul. Do not be intimidated. Do not be, you know, scared like you can't do this. You got this. All right. This is from my heart, because this is me speaking even about myself. But I know it's just for one other person. If it's not for more, it's for at least one other person. Please share this with somebody you know that's going through a tough time, that's struggling right now, that want to get it right, that want to be right, that want to do right. Keep them from relapsing. Help them, you know, show them that there's hope, because there's hope. It's in God's time and not ours. I love you guys. In Jesus' mighty name. Peace and have a wonderful day.